So glad to be here with all of you at the top of the new year. This always just feels like such a potent time to set our intentions for what we're desiring to call in. And my hope is that our time together today really just helps anchor you into what you are feeling so ready to create for yourself, for your business in the year ahead. And specifically, we're going to be really looking at why you are doing, because I know you are, the right strategies. You're putting in the time, the effort, you're invested in this business, and yet it's not quite producing the results that you desire, those high revenue months, those high ticket clients. And we're going to have a conversation around what it looks like to step into a new identity of the self-led coach. And this conversation today is really for those women coaches who are so ready to stop forcing growth that feels chaotic and unsustainable and start attracting those premium clients and opportunities into their business. And I want to share with you right out of the gate that this is not going to be a typical workshop where we're doing strategy for the sake of strategy that leaves you feeling all fired up today. And you kind of the next day are like, why was I so fired up? Why did that feel so good? How did that make sense? I've really designed the next hour or so that we are going to be together to be a reorientation into the internal operating system behind sustainable, high ticket coaching businesses. This is going to change everything for you if you implement what you are learning today. If you are someone who is working hard but not seeing the results you thought you would by now, I know that disappointment well. I know that firsthand. And we are going to reset onto a new timeline of growth and possibility today. If you are here for it, if you are ready, if what I'm saying sounds like a sigh of relief, drop a yes in the chat. I would love to know who is feeling the call to really step into this year with momentum and fresh energy and strategies that actually work to move their business forward. I love it. I'm seeing the yeses drop in the chat. Awesome. I am here for it too. And the thing is, most of the women in this room, probably all of you, have invested in coaches. You've joined memberships, you've taken courses, you've tried Instagram strategies, Facebook strategies, LinkedIn strategies. You've followed the right advice. You've devoted your time, your energy, and your money to grow your business. And yet, the results you thought would be kind of standard by now, the clients flowing in, the high cash months, the opportunities, they show up inconsistently, if at all. Maybe you kind of have this feeling like you should be further along than you are at this point, or that you've wasted time or money or energy. And it's just not working like you thought it would for all of that effort and time and heart that you're putting into it. Now, I want you to really hear this. This does not mean that you missed something or that you or your business need to be fixed. What this shows me is that you've been focusing on finding the right strategy out there, outside of yourself, instead of coming back to your internal authority to craft an aligned strategy that actually works and flows and feels good for you and your business and the premium coach that you are really destined to be. So I'm going to take a moment to introduce myself, but before I do that, I would love to know who is here in the room. Let me know where you are joining us from and share what kind of coaching you do. I would love to have a sense of who's joining us today and where in the world all of you are joining us from on this call. All right. And while you do that, while you drop that into the chat, I'm going to do a little intro in case you are new to me and my world. Welcome, welcome, coaches. We need your work. We so do. I am Kaylin Asher. I am a wife, I'm a mom, I'm a coach, and I work at guiding women to grow thriving coaching businesses that are rooted in soul, strategy, and staying power. I myself have built a spacious, multi six-figure coaching business, have grown my community, a global community, to over 10,000 women, not through hustle or hype or competition, but rather by aligning my vision with simple, sustainable strategies and following my intuition. You can absolutely do this too. Today, we are going to go over the energetic and strategic shifts necessary to create a premium coaching business that attracts those high ticket clients, brings in those high cash months with ease and consistency. And I want to be really honest with you. That is my bio now, but that it wasn't always like that. It didn't start that way. And in my early days of coaching, I functioned like the good straight A student that I had been in school and followed all of the rules and the strategies, even when they felt off or misaligned or I didn't really like them, because I was trusting the authorities out there more than the authority in here inside of me. I invested tens of thousands, honestly, at this point, hundreds of thousands of dollars in coaches and programs that I thought held the secret that somehow I didn't yet know. And I would see it set these like really lofty number goals from one year to the next. And then I would get frustrated when the new strategy I was trying and that I invested in did not help me reach them. I would feel completely deflated and off track. I would start questioning everything. Should I burn down my business? Should I pivot to a new industry? And I tried all the offers. I tried one-on-one coaching. I tried courses. I tried selling a membership. I tried selling done for you, but nothing really felt like my home zone, my genius. And nothing elevated me to that level of like the premium coach that I knew deep down I was capable of becoming. So here's the interesting thing. What finally led me to scaling and bringing in millions of dollars through my work as a coach wasn't any one strategy. It ultimately was a heart knowing. I felt the pull, likely as many of you do now, to reach more people with my mission, to stop playing safe and small and truly rise as that thought leader that I knew I could be, not just keep functioning as this capable, break even sort of coach. And as I worked from this place of heart coherence, I began really feeling my identity recalibrate to the woman who could hold millions in revenue flowing into her business. And suddenly, the right strategies became clear. And the ones that were a complete waste of my time, I finally felt confident in saying no to without any kind of FOMO. So, if someone had taught me what I'm going to share with you today, back then, I would have saved myself years of forcing growth that my system couldn't sustainably hold yet. And I'm going to show you how to install an internal operating system that you can filter all of your offers through, all of your strategies through, all of your decisions through, and naturally ascend to that level of premium coach that you know you are meant to be with the premium clientele and business to match. And I also want to share with you now that if our conversation today is waking something up in you and you're truly ready to lead your business as a premium coach with the business structure and systems to match, I am going to be opening a small handful of one-on-one calls on my personal calendar for those who are here live today. You are going to get first dibs. We're going to share the link to apply for that free call in a little bit after we talk further and you have a deeper sense of what this looks like, because I really want to be speaking to women who are committed to moving what I'm sharing today into your business and lived practice. So let's talk about the strategy trap. Here is a screenshot of a spreadsheet with typical math to reach a $200,000 revenue goal. That just pick that as an example. And the thing here is, it all seems so simple and available when you look at it on the screen or when you look at it on paper. But the thing we're not seeing here is if you and your system is ready to hold this. Mine wasn't. When I was doing math like this, I would map out, like that 5x jump in my revenue, and I wasn't ready to hold it. And because the thing is that these numbers can look really good on paper, and they might even activate you for an hour or a day or a week after a workshop like this. But they are not what truly creates a sustainable, high ticket, multi six figure coaching business. And I think you probably know that because you've likely done math very similar to this for yourself, and yet the results aren't here yet, or they're not sustainable. This is where most workshops and coaching conversations and Instagram reels, it's where they stop. And I have to admit, I'm guilty of having moments where I followed this approach too, before I knew better, before I knew differently. And this is where things quietly fall apart because oftentimes we are discreetly, or not so discreetly, self-sabotaging ourselves because our body, our capacity, and our system isn't ready to operate at this level and hold the premium clients and the five-figure payouts and all of those beautiful things that we want to call in. All right, so I'm going to pop over to the chat. I just want to see who we have here in the room before we continue on any further. We have got Gianna from California. Hey, Gianna. Got Kat from Arizona. Hey, Kat. I'm so glad to have you in the room. Jules is here from Chicagoland, emotional intelligence coach. Got Kathy, life and business, helping women explore their options, starting an online business. Love it. Area Vet is here from Cincinnati, originally from Mexico. Tina is here from Iowa. Welcome, Tina. Jennifer is here. Hey, Jennifer. Key West. Ramya is here, spiritual coach. Ashley, new to the coaching space. Love it. So glad you're here. Ashley's from Utah. Nancy is here from Washington, D.C. So good to see all of you. Yay. I'm so glad you're here in the room. I really hope what I'm sharing today makes a tremendous impact for you, that it clicks in the missing piece and moves you from that kind of hamster wheel of strategies of feast and famine into a place of aligned discernment that finally moves you forward with the right offers, the right structure, the right strategies for you and your business. And I want to give you a metaphor here to help you really understand what I'm talking about of that internal operating system and the strategies outside of us. So I invite you to think of it this way. You can be playing the right song, a beautiful song, but if your instrument is even slightly out of tune, it is not going to sound right. It's not going to sound good. And believe me, I know my daughter, she's actually a very talented piano player, but she newly started the violin. And when that thing is out of tune, it is just noise. And as much as I love her, I don't want to be around it because when the song is being played, even if she's doing it correctly on that out of tune instrument, it does not sound right. So in this metaphor, in this comparison, you are the instrument. You are the thing that needs to bring in that internal tuning. And the strategy is the song. And the song can be switched out. We can play any number of songs and they can all sound amazing. But if the instrument is out of tune in the first place, the song isn't going to land. But for so many of us, we keep switching out the song and switching out the song and thinking, why doesn't this sound right? When we actually need to do a little bit of tuning on the inside, and then any one of the songs that we choose, whether it's classical or rock or pop or jazz, it's going to sound good because our instrument is finally in alignment. And pushing when you are out of tune, it can look like it can manifest as that feast or famine cycle. You have a solid or even a great month revenue wise, but it's followed then by months of crickets after that. The expanded energy can only be held for so long and then it sort of collapses in on itself. Or maybe you have this like really big, beautiful vision for your life and business, one that includes, the spacious schedule and the travel with your family and these five-figure months and the ability to just feel that financial flow and freedom. But it's beginning to feel less and less possible. And you start to feel that self-belief fading. Or maybe you can, this was so true for me, could feel my mission like in my heart in such a visceral way. But then when I would go to voice it and speak it out, it would sound really confusing or generic. So anytime anyone would ask me, what do you do? I would freeze up and not know what to say instead of gushing about it like I wish that I could. Or maybe you know and really feel your values deep down, but you find yourself constantly compromising them for the sake of business growth, working longer than you want to or harder than you want to, and or saying yes to non-ideal clients who aren't a values match for you. Sometimes you can feel so on fire, right? Or so excited for the potential of your business. And then other times you're questioning everything and feel like a total imposter. You've got that roller coaster energy because you haven't anchored into your steady inner state and you keep letting those external factors dictate your inner state of well being. So here's what I've come to realize after over a decade of coaching. Most coaches do not have a strategy problem. They have a coherence problem. They need to tune the instrument. And then from that place of alignment and clarity, any number of strategies could work. And they'll be so much more discerning about the right one for them. Is this landing? Drop a me or a yes in the chat. Let me know if this is making sense to you, if this is landing for you. Got a 100%. Love it. Oh, yeah. Yes, all the S's. Okay, good. I'm glad it's making sense. Because here's the really cool thing. Alignment changes the results. When you have a regulated nervous system, you are in a state of clear decision making. You're able to be consistent. You feel held and supported in and of yourself. When you've got that internal coherence, this makes your messaging and your vibe magnetic and undeniable. And you become the literal embodiment of premium with the capacity to hold those high ticket clients and those 5-figure price points. So alignment doesn't replace action. It changes the effect of those same actions. So how do we get to this place of alignment and coherence? I'm going to walk you through all of it. Don't worry. How do we go from stuck and frustrated and misaligned strategies that aren't producing results to feeling our full power come online and building a premium coaching business and clientele to match? It does not come from slapping on another strategy. I'm sure you knew I was going there with it, right? It comes from within first, and then the right strategies follow. Alignment first, then the action, the aligned action. I want to now introduce you to a system that I have developed that is the backbone of my own business and my new signature program, Amplify. Everything that I live and teach stems from this. The system brings coherence internally so that your business assets and strategies finally click into full alignment and naturally elevate to that premium level and call in those high ticket clients. Because the thing is, premium is a natural expression of internal alignment. It is not just a pricing strategy, it is an expression of internal alignment. And so I want to introduce you to sacred self alignment. This is the internal operating system I personally rely on that provides an unshakable foundation for my business. And it's the one that my most successful clients filter every business decision and business asset through. This is the system that powers my own coaching business that has set me up to bring in millions over the past few years. And beyond that, I see this time and again behind the sustainable and high ticket businesses of my heart led peers as well. Now, it's not always named and it's not always recognized, but when you begin to understand this, you cannot unsee it in yourself and in others. And I want to be really clear. This is not about just meditating all day or pretending to feel good when you don't. This is not a system of inaction. It's about bringing your inner clarity the deepest essence of yourself into outer form, into your messaging, into your offers, into your marketing, into your branding, into your pricing, and the way that your clients experience you. And this changes everything. As you can see here, there are four key anchor points of sacred self-alignment. There's our vision at our third eye center, our voice at our throat chakra, our values at our heart center, and our vibe in our womb space. These live at these energy centers in the body, and they are not just energy concepts. They are business levers. And when they are aligned, your offers, your messaging, your business becomes so magnetic to the right people. So I'm going to break it down further. I'm going to show you how this works piece by piece. Your vision, as I said, lives at your third eye, and your vision is the mission, the movement, the future that you are here to steward. This is the force that organizes your entire business. And when this comes online, your business suddenly has a clear mission and clear positioning. You have a business model that actually matches where you are going instead of copying what you see supposedly working for other people that you don't even know on Instagram. You are at a place where you have those confident yeses and those clean nos to the things that no longer serve you. And you lock into consistency without forcing because you are here to serve the bigger mission. You are no longer getting in your own way, thinking, oh, who am I to do this work? The vision is so big and so clear that it pulls you forward. You are here to steward the mission. And your vision asks you, what is the movement I am here to lead? That is the guiding question. Let's talk about voice. Your voice lives at your throat chakra. And this is how your essential truth moves through into language and how your work then becomes recognizable and magnetic by the things that you say and the stories that you share time and again. The business assets that your voice creates for you, messaging that attracts soulmate clients, content that sounds actually like a human wrote it, not AI generated, sales conversations that feel grounded and connected, not pushy, and language that becomes identifiable and part of your brand. And the question that your voice asks is, what truth am I here to speak? That is the backbone for all of those business assets that then can be created when we tap into this. The next point at our heart center is our values. These are our standards. They're what we really filter our decisions through. It determines how we work, who we work with, and what we are available for. And when your values come fully online, the business assets that it creates, clear boundaries, and a spacious schedule, premium offers that reflect your integrity and your expertise, clients who actually share your standards and your value system. And then you have confidence in your pricing and your decision making. And to start feeling into your values, the question to ask is, what priorities and boundaries are most important to me? And that can help you begin to feel into the values that are paramount for you. And the final piece of the sacred self-alignment puzzle, your vibe. Your vibe lives in your womb space and is the felt sense of your essence and your leadership. It is the energetic signature that people experience everywhere they encounter you or an asset of your business. And when you really understand your vibe, your unique signature, the business assets that ripple out from that, you have a cohesive and recognizable brand. You have resonance across platforms, from emails to social media to sales conversations to your programs. Everywhere there is this consistency because the energetic frequency is the same. Clients begin to self-select and move towards you instead of you feeling like you're chasing them. And finally, a business that feels alive and infused with all the best pieces of you instead of mechanical and systematic and by the book. And to begin to tap into your vibe, you want to sit with the question, what is my most authentic frequency? You see, when your vision, your voice, your values, and your vibe are in full alignment, you don't just feel aligned. You walk away with a premium business that feels good for you and attracts soulmate clients on repeat. So I want to do a quick check-in with all of you here in the room right now. If these 4 points, your vision, your voice, your values, your vibe, were in full and true alignment, how would you feel if this was your default state of coherence between all of these pieces? Drop in the chat a word or two. How would you feel if all of these pieces were synthesized together and all of it was working together in coherence? We've got free, confident, and powerful. Oh, these are great words. I love it. Let's see what else we got. Whole and complete, energized, peace, aligned with my inner self. Oh, these are beautiful, ladies. Yes, right? You maybe can even feel it now, and we're just talking about it. It's not like I even moved us through meditation or anything. Just thinking about it, you can feel that these pieces in yourself want to wake up. And when they do, the final result that comes all together is a new identity, a new way of operating. You become the self-led coach. Self with a capital S. A self-led coach, she does not chase clients. She leads from coherence. High ticket isn't a goal that she's reaching for. It is just a natural expression of her level of leadership. And when a woman is fully aligned in her vision, voice, values, and vibe, when she has that sacred self-alignment, she now has the ability to express it with integrity through a premium offer that reflects her depth and her leadership. Messaging that really lands and attracts those soulmate clients into her world. She's able to hold sales conversations that don't even feel like selling. And she has clients who arrive ready to move forward, ready to say yes. They want to say yes. She feels confident in her pricing, in her offers, in her authority, in her leadership. And she has this beautiful sense that she is doing her highest and most valuable work in the world. Because the beautiful truth is that alignment doesn't make your work softer. It makes it strong enough to be able to scale and serve more people and reach more people because it's finally built on something unshakable instead of a strategy out there that we're like hoping will give us the results. It's built on that internal coherence. And when you allow yourself and that coherence to be the foundation, you're unstoppable. And that is why strategy follows identity. Once a coach becomes self-led, anchors into that sacred self-alignment, strategy stops being something that she's trying to make work and force and starts being something that begins to organize itself around her leadership. And premium becomes the natural and aligned expression of her work. The strategy that I'm about to describe to you, honestly, did not work so well for me when I wasn't operating from this internal alignment. But it became powerful after the coherence was present. And premium, truly, it became the only option after that. So let's talk about the natural strategy for the self-led coach. So, as I shared with you at the top of the call, I have tested numerous different coaching business models. I have sold memberships, courses, one-on-one work done for you. And what I have landed on that has enabled me to scale my own business to over $500,000 a year for the last 3 years running, this is the most coherent strategy for a self-led coach. And it is the premium group program model that is then supported by a simple client attraction system that does the nurturing for you. And I'm going to walk you through each of these pieces individually so you really understand why. What I've found time and time again is that when women reach this place of this self-led energy, that this is the business model that they choose 9 times out of 10. Premium group program and a simple client attraction system. So first off, let's talk about why a premium group program. Here's the thing. When you lead from alignment and coherence, your work craves a container that actually can hold that depth. This is not about the tiny $27 offer that you sell on Instagram or the $50 a month membership. We really need a container that matches the depth and breadth of our work. And here's why a premium group program is such a strong match for self-led coaches. A premium group program positions you as a thought leader immediately. You are leading this group, not just a service provider. It also is a container with clear boundaries around your energy and your time. It gives you the opportunity to scale your work to reach more people without dilution. You are able to share your methodology, your approach with multiple people, the one-to-many model. It allows you to amplify your work. And it breaks that link that so many of us are stuck in as coaches between income and constant one-on-one output. It breaks that time for money cycle. And this is really how, as you step into the premium group program model, this is how your business starts working for you instead of relying on you to carry it and hold it all together and, try to use all of your energy to keep it going. And the next piece I want to mention, the second piece of the puzzle, the strategic puzzle for the self-led coach, is the client attraction system. This is really the missing link. Because the thing is, the woman who's the self-led coach with her premium offerings, she's not here to convince anybody to work with her. She's here to attract through clarity, through her messaging, through the resonance people feel and the repetition of what she's saying. And the client attraction system is really beautiful because it's anchored by your personal vision, voice, values, and vibe, your sacred self-alignment. It's woven through this entire nurture funnel. That's what a client attraction system is. This nurture funnel educates and builds trust with your right clients while you are living your life. You're spending time with your kiddos, you're traveling with your partner, you're volunteering at your kid's school. While you are out doing the things, this system that you build once that is anchored into your sacred self-alignment, has all of you in it, is working for you. This is a really, really powerful marketing asset because, like I said, you build it one time and then it runs on autopilot and it communicates authority and coherence and your message at scale to everyone who enters it, warming up those premium buyers without you having to be present during that process. And because everything in your business is now rooted in your individual sacred self-alignment, every email they receive, every communication from you deepens the know, like, and trust with these soulmate clients instead of competing for attention with watered down AI generated messaging and just getting lost in like inbox quicksand, right? We all know how many emails we get in a day. We want yours to be the ones that stand out, that people actually open and read, because I know there's certain people who land in your inbox and you actually open and read their emails. We want you to be that person. The client attraction system creates this invitation for activated high caliber clients to easily step into your world. It then warms them up systematically to say yes to your premium offer. This system allows the right clients to essentially warm themselves up by being immersed in your vision, your values, your voice, your vibe before they ever even speak to you in person. And here's what finally clicks when you build your coaching business from the inside out. Your business no longer requires you to push it forward because it's finally built on that internal coherence and is positioned as premium. And the right people start moving towards you. They feel the pull, they feel your energy because you're so you're so dialed into the work you're meant to be doing. So I want you to take a moment and reflect on here. What would become possible for you in 2026, in the months and the year ahead, if you had installed in your business a coherent, aligned premium group program and client attraction system? What do you think would become possible? Just notice what immediately drops in, share it in the chat. Just feel into what would happen if you embrace this up level. Let's see what we've got here. I wouldn't have to keep writing an email on the day I send it. So stressful. I need the funnel. Yes, Kat, I would love that. And you have such a fun personality. Your funnel would be, it would be something where people would want to hang out for sure. I love it. 50K, let's see. Ease and flow would be embodied, not theoretical. I would stop forcing to post on Instagram every day. Yeah, right. That's exhausting. I feel that. And Jewel said, can you say this again? I wanted to capture the wording, this line, highest and most valuable way to show up in the world. Oh my goodness, Jules, I'm not sure if I know exactly what I said there, but we will be sending the replay to everyone. So not that I want you to have to rewatch the whole thing, but it is captured there. So I apologize that I wasn't able to repeat it again in real time. Let's see, what else do we have? Choo-choo-choo. Freedom and flow. Yes. Focus on clients and not business operations. I hear you. Focus on the work you love doing rather than all the back end stuff. Stop forcing and start attracting. I would have real hope for my future. Oh, these are so honest, ladies. I really appreciate you just laying it all out there in the chat. Gorgeous. Okay, so I want to introduce you to the container where the self-led coach identity and the aligned strategy I just walked you through, the premium group program, the client attraction system, come online together. And that is inside of Amplify. This is where we anchor your vision, your voice, your values, your vibe, and then translate them into a premium offer, clear messaging, and a client attraction system that actually works and converts premium buyers. The thing about Amplify that's really important to me, it's not about doing more for the sake of doing more. It's about finally building from the right foundation, doing, as they say, the hard work once, designing that signature program, building that client attraction system, and then allowing your entire coaching business to elevate to the premium level where it belongs, with all of these things running on autopilot for you. This workshop is just a taste, as much as I could pack into an hour or so. Amplify is really the initiation into your self-led coach era. It is for those emerging and established coaches who are ready to run their business from sacred self-alignment, not from push and hustle, with a premium group program at the helm and a complete client attraction system to convert premium buyers with ease and consistency. Inside, you get 6 months of live support that includes 2 intimate group calls per month, as well as a fully custom built AI coach. We call her Clarity, and she walks with you, holds your hand step by step through the program. In the beginning, she is working with you on your sacred self alignment to define and put words to these different aspects of yourself, clarify your vision, amplify your voice, really tap into your values, feel your vibe. And then she works with you to weave them through your program, bake them into your funnel so that you are able to focus in your zone of genius and let her do the heavy lifting. We also bring in guest experts. I know that I don't have all the answers, and I'm happy to admit that. And I have built a beautiful network of women who are so smart and so talented in their own rights. And I love introducing you to my personal networks. We bring in our guest experts to share and teach. It's a really, at this moment, very intimate, high caliber community. We just opened the doors quietly at the end of last year. We have our first handful of founding members, and you're getting personal feedback from me every step of the way. Inside, this is where you're really shifting from that capable coach energy to premium coach with undeniable authority. And as you move through Amplify, you are going to be creating that premium group program, usually in that like $5,000 to $10,000 range, really anchoring that premium price point. You'll have built out your full client attraction ecosystem, have it installed and running in your business, and you'll also have a personal 12-month growth plan that is fully aligned with funnel filling strategies. So you know exactly where to go and how to get the right leads flowing into your client attraction system. We also have, as part of the kickoff of the new year, 3 beautiful bonuses for the next 3 women who join us inside of Amplify. The first one is, in addition to Amplify, you are also going to receive access to my most popular program of all time that has served hundreds of women coaches, Scale Up Accelerator. This is a $5,000 value. It's going to be included for you with your Amplify enrollment. And the beautiful thing inside of Scale Up Accelerator is we are offering 2 coaching calls per week through the end of April. So that means for your first few months in Amplify, you are going to have 10 coaching calls available to you every single month with me and my team members. And we have a little note here that was dropped in by one of our members. I just signed another client today into my group program, bringing my January total to $23,000. For context, I joined the program late October. Bonus number 2 for the next 3 women who join us inside of Amplify. You get 3 extra months of coaching and support, taking the container from 6 months to 9 months. This is really important to me as we support our founders. We want to make sure that you have everything you need to get your premium group program up and running, enroll your clients. We want to see you making money during our time together inside of Amplify, that client attraction system fully installed, and have your strategies that are aligned, that feel good for you, dialed in so you're seeing that lead flow come in consistently. And our third and final bonus for the next 3 women that join us, you are going to save $3,500 off the pay in full of Amplify. So we just really wanted to honor everyone who is feeling the resonance and ready to say yes. We have another beautiful share here from a woman in our program. She said, I had a successful beta launch. I was aiming for 10 members, but ended up enrolling 25, which is amazing. We were so excited for her. So the last piece here, I promised I would share more about the calls that I am opening on my personal calendar. Now, this is not something that I typically do, but I have opened a limited number of spots on my own personal calendar for one-on-one calibration calls after this workshop. Now, these are not typical discovery or sales calls. They are alignment conversations. My intention is that these conversations will really support the women who are feeling really committed to making a powerful change in the way they are approaching their business, who are ready to explore what's out of alignment and to talk about working together inside of Amplify in the coming months to anchor into that sacred self alignment and then bring that alignment through into your offers, your pricing, your messaging in the form of a premium group program and a client attraction system. Because what I'm really feeling for you is that the next chapter of your business isn't about becoming more powerful or more capable. You are already powerful and capable, but it's being dimmed by too many external output or inputs rather that are coming at us. And we're just putting a tremendous amount of pressure on ourselves to keep up with all of the noise around us instead of really just getting that alignment, anchoring into that, feeling the calm within and the simplicity that's available to us when we come home to ourselves. The next chapter gets to be about becoming less burdened with less noise, less confusion, less complexity, and it gets to feel better and easier and more fulfilling and externally match what you've known for a really long time on the inside, that you are a premium coach. So I see that Lisa, she dropped the link for the calibration call into the chat. I've opened a couple slots this afternoon. They're 20-minute slots, a couple slots this afternoon, and a few slots tomorrow. But that's all I have available right now. So if what I'm sharing and what I've talked you through and that we've been together through during this, I don't even want to call it a workshop, during this call, this initiation together, is speaking to you, is landing for you, I encourage you to secure one of those spots on my calendar and we'll look at your, where you're at specifically. Where is the block? Can we identify? Is it a vision thing, a voice thing, a values thing, a vibe thing? Where is where is it a little out of tune, if we're going to use that instrument metaphor? And what becomes available when we bring that back into alignment, and what is the biggest growth opportunity for you in the year ahead? And then, of course, I'll share about how Amplify can support you in getting there. This is a program that I've been developing for over a year now. It's never taken me that long to make anything because I am so invested in this being the most honest and raw, from my heart to yours, guided path for coaches who really want to serve in a big, beautiful way, but in a way that feels in alignment and in integrity. The coaching industry has gotten so noisy, and with the proliferation of AI and everyone's messaging is starting to sound the same because they're copying and pasting from AI, this is an opportunity. There is a wide blue ocean out there for coaches who are really ready to stand for something and to speak their truth. And as we're wrapping up here, I would love for each of you to share, what is your top takeaway from the workshop today? I hope you have several. I hope you were taking notes. We're going to share the replay if there's things you want to revisit. But in this moment, what's one thing that really landed for you? I would love to know. Kat said, need that funnel and to align my vibe. Yeah, you've got such a good thing that you've already built. Kat, I'm so excited for you when you get that last piece dialed in. Kathy said, importance of alignment. Yeah, inner alignment is key to forward progress. Alignment doesn't replace action, it changes the effect. Yes, that is so powerful, right? It works so much better, and you need less action to get the results you want when you're in alignment. It takes less effort, less time, less energy. These are gorgeous takeaways. Lisa, do you mind dropping the link one more time just so it's fresh in the chat for everybody? As I said, I've got a couple slots available this afternoon. I squeeze them in between now and when my girls get off the bus, and then tomorrow morning. And I would really love anyone who's just really feeling that heart resonance Love to have a conversation and share how we might support you in the months ahead and make 2026 a radically different year than you've ever experienced in your business. Okay, I really enjoy this time with all of you. And look, I even kept it to under an hour. Woo! As I was going through the slide deck and the things I wanted to say, I didn't know if I was going to be able to do it, but we did it. I wanted to honor everybody's time and be really respectful of what you had carved out today and make sure no one had to leave early because I went over. You're welcome, Kathy. I'm so glad that each and every one of you showed up here. If you're watching the replay, thank you for watching all the way to the end. That means a lot. And I just feel so deeply honored to be able to do the work that I do, to be able to share these ideas that I have, because I know and I've seen how profoundly they work and what a difference they make when amazing women like you, each of you here, embrace what I've shared today. So whether it's with me or with someone else, I hope what I've shared has, moved you in some way and that you feel clearer on your next step forward. Oh, you're welcome. So many thank yous in the chat. Oh, you're welcome, everybody. Thank you, Kathy, Jules, Arivette, Gianna, Nancy, Jennifer, and everyone who was here today. Who else do we have? We had Tina, Ashley. I feel so honored and blessed to be here with each of you. And thank you to Raven and to Lisa, my beautiful team members who were here for the call. I love seeing your faces and feeling your support in the room. All right, everyone, we will close there. We're going to share the replay tomorrow, but we'll share the link for the call after this so it lands in your inbox. But I encourage you, before I end the call, if you are hoping to book it, booking sooner rather than later is a great idea because I have like 6 or 7 slots available on my calendar. So open the link, save it, and hopefully I'll be talking to some of you really soon. All right, everyone, take care. Have a beautiful rest of your day.